Hey, hi there, hi there. This is George Wachiuri, your storyteller. We are here right inside Nanyuki in a beautiful, beautiful, magnificent hotel called Mayan. Very beautiful place in the heart of Nanyuki. And today is another day of telling my story. And I remember people who know my book, Soaring Like an Eagle. You have had this instance whereby I did over 15 businesses that collapsed. And I remember this one business that I was doing for car sales. You know, I had a kayak and I was very aggressive in matters marketing. I could walk in people's offices, talking to them, buying, convincing them to buy cars. And I remember this one time I went to see this big boss, and I did a pitch about selling him a car. I remember very well. It was Excel. And when I went to his office, he told me that, hey, young man, me, I have no time. I'm a busy man. I have no time to come to your kayak. I remember that kayak was somewhere in Mombasa. It was called Asai Motors. And I persuaded him, please, can you come and have a look? Because we have different type of cars there in the kayak. And then he repeated, young man, I have no time to loiter around Nairobi. If you are serious, go check for me a good car. I remember he ordered an X-Trail, and he told me, I want a white X-Trail with no scratches at all. And I remember going back to the showroom, of course, encouraged. I had a lead or a prospect, and I went around the showroom and I was checking the cars, and we had 3 X-Trails. And all of them, remember, these are second-hand cars. There was no X-Trail without a scratch. So what did I do? I looked for a guy to come and ensure that the entire body of that car is neat. And I paid a little money, and the car was good. And I kept confirming, hey, dear sir, is my appointment still there? He gave me an appointment in 2 days' time. And the day came. I was very excited because I knew now the car is clean, and I'm going to deliver this car to this big man in a big office. And went to Mombasa Road very early in the morning. Remember, those are the times of heavy traffic. And going to Mombasa Road, washed the car. The car was looking good. And definitely, I was counting, in an hour's time, I'll be in the CBD to deliver the car. So I started driving to deliver the car with a logbook. And I arrived in his office exactly 10:03. The agreement was, please deliver the car by 10. So I knew 3 minutes I was late. I parked the car and I found the gentleman waiting to receive the car. He was smart, I remember very well. He had a dark suit and a red tie. And I told him, excuse me, sir, I have brought the car. You can come and do the inspection. And then I saw the guy, he looked at his expensive wristwatch and says, young man, what did we agree? We agreed at 10. Do you have a watch? I said, yes. Check your watch. I told him I am 3 to 4 minutes late. I apologize. The traffic was heavy. I've been in traffic for 1 hour. And he told me, I don't deal with the people who don't keep time. And the guy went up. I was shocked. I followed him because I could see he was actually holding a check of 1.3 million because the price was 1.3 million. So I knew now I'm going back with 1.3 million. And I had waited for that money because I had other cars at coast in Mombasa waiting to be cleared. So the money was literally sorting me out. So I followed the guy. I followed him. And told me, please don't follow me. The time you learn how to keep time is the time I'll do business with you. I thought it was a joke. I followed him up to his office and then told me, please get out of my office. The time you learn how to keep time, I'll do business with you. Definitely, when you are told to move out of the office, what do? I moved out, very discouraged, very depressed, and I went down. I felt for the first time my joints were not even coordinating because I have just lost 1.3 million deal. That was a lot of money. And definitely, what do? I drove back to the showroom, very discouraged, parked the car, and I said, George, don't give up. Call this man again. I called him. And then he told me, please do not call me again. Nimemalizana na wewe. And then I called him again. I discovered he had blocked me. And that transaction depressed me for a week. And I was saying, hey, George, you have missed 1.3 million because of 3 minutes. It was painful, it was tough, and I picked my own lessons, and I said that keeping time is paramount. And I remember for many years, every time I could get an appointment, I was going there 10 minutes before time. I remember subsequent things I've done, I always go before time. And I picked a lesson that the people are different. There are people who do not have a second chance. Once you mess up with them, they mess up with you. And I know that you have maybe similar experience, especially people in business, people who go to do the interviews, you go late and you are chased away. And my lesson to you is that keeping time is equal to huge value. Keeping time is equal to dollars. Keeping time is equal to Kenya shillings. Keeping time is equal to progress. Keeping time is prosperity. Are you there? Do you have challenges in keeping time, George Wachiuri? I lost it. Don't lose it like me. God bless you and keep it here. George Wachiuri YouTube, you are storyteller. Wait for next week for another story that can encourage you or you can pick a lesson. God bless you. I love you. I value you. George Wachiuri.